Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is a movie review for Moonlight. Now, I've been hearing about Moonlight for a number of months now. It's been on the festival circuit in America in the late 2016 and a lot of reviews have come out, and then there was the noticeable backlash as it started to get nominations in the Golden Globes and the Oscars. So I've heard lots of mixed things about this movie and I wasn't really too sure what to expect going into it. But having seen it, the best way to describe it is a kind of cross between Boyhood and Steve Jobs. It tells a period of time of a young man's life, Chiron, from being a young boy into adulthood, but it tells over three explicit periods of time in his life that kind of made the man that he is now. So the three sections are Little, Chiron and Black, the three sort of personalities of our lead character. In the first one, he is a young kid, maybe about 6, 7, who is very different from the other kids at school, and he is teased, beaten, he's subdued, not really himself. His mother is addicted to drugs and not really there for him where she should be, and he's kind of taken in by this drug dealer who kind of acts as a pseudo father to him. Then the movie jumps into the second phase, Chiron, where he's a teenager, maybe 15, 16, and again he's still introverted, still doesn't talk much, trying to deal with his sexuality, trying to deal with the world round about him and finding his place. And then the third chapter, Black, is when he is an adult. He has an adopted personality that may not be the truth him. He's still dealing with his mother and his best friend. It's all through the stories as well, and he is still struggling to be the person that he is. He is projecting a personality outside, and that's what this movie's all about. It's all about trying to find your own identity and being comfortable enough to allow everybody else to see that identity. Chiron in the movie doesn't have that ability. He's always trying to hide who he really is because of persecution that he will get. He lives in a sort of low-income part of town. There's lots of drugs about. People are very aggressive. That's just how they are. And any kind of sign of weakness is going to get jumped upon straight away. And he is perceived as weak and is constantly picked on. But through the people he meets in his life, it really starts to form who he's going to be later on in life. The drug dealer that he meets in the start is nothing but good to him. You know, treats him well, takes him out and does things, so he lets him become part of his family because his mum's on drugs and not really there for him. And that sort of develops part of a characteristic of him later on in life. By watching this person, this is who he chooses to become, a drug dealer himself, to make this personality of a sort of hard man later on, where it's not really what he wants to do, but it's the only way he can seem to fit in and seem to survive. All the way through the movie you have the interactions with his mother as she dabbles with drugs, becomes a full-on addict, and then becomes a reformed addict in the three sections of this movie. Yet you feel a connection between the two, but there's always a distance between them. In fact, in the first one she becomes very mocking of her son and the way his lifestyle is probably going to become. And this movie is very sexually charged. It's all about him trying to deal with the fact that he may be gay and the consequences that's going to have in his life, especially where he is. And that's a kind of sad point of the movie. He can't really be who he wants to be or do what he wants to do because of perception of other people and how it's going to pertain to his life. Moonlight is a movie that's kind of stuck with me, and I've had some thoughts about it, and I really kind of like it. Having thought about it, it doesn't just fade away like most other movies, it sticks with you. I liked the way it was shot. It looked good and it looked kind of intrusive in certain parts, and the way it kind of lingers on Chiron is he never really quite says anything but wants to, and then kind of forces himself back into the shell was really interesting. And you know, three fantastic performances from the three actors that play this one character. It feels like the one character throughout his life. I thought it was an excellent turn by all three of them. It's a shame they all couldn't have been nominated for Best Actors because they really do well. His mother's story is a little cliched and a little overplayed for my liking, but then it's such a small part of the movie that it doesn't really affect the overall whole for me. I thought Moonlight was terrific, and it's probably something I'll go back to and see again because I really do think there's more to discover in this movie. The performances were excellent. I thought it looked great. The underlying messages become more apparent the more I think about this movie. There was a couple of things that just stopped it from being really perfect for me, which is why I'm going to give Moonlight 4.5 out of 5, but still, it is a terrific movie. I've read some of the comments of the naysayers and I don't really agree with them. I'm kind of in the camp that this is a pretty good, pretty important movie, and it's well worth your time. If you saw Moonlight, let me know what you thought about it in the comment box, because I'm really curious the perception that people have of this movie. Some people seem to really hate it, others seem to really love it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.